Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has rallied yesterday. That shouldn't have been a surprise to anyone, given that the market was significantly oversold, given that the price reacted to the 38.2 retracement and didn't close a candle below that level. And then, we talked in previous updates a lot about some on-chain data that also suggested the price has not yet reached its top. However, it is too early to confirm if we've really turned around and if we're really on our way to 130k. It is just too early to confirm it. It is promising and it is definitely constructive price action. However, as I said, it's just too early to confirm. And we'll talk in this video about what I need to see for further confirmation. However, the support area so far has worked for those who started to accumulate, and now we had a nice reaction. And the pullbacks that we see now, they serve as definitely very important tests to see if the bulls are really taking over the lead. So we have this support area which is still relevant. I mean, we haven't broken above any significant swing high. Therefore, this support area on the daily chart remains relevant. It is not changing. We can still form another low. And if we do, then 75,340 would act as next support. And then also 69k. A few days ago, I actually posted on X, and make sure that you follow us there. Thank you very much for 30,000 followers now, by the way. That's really amazing. As a thank you for new members, you can try our gold membership for the first month with a 50% discount code if you're interested. That's something that we offer just for as a trial. But yeah, here, that's what I posted a few days ago. So you get additional updates here and there on X as well. We have this heat map, okay? This heat map shows that there is a lot of volume, historical volume, in the area, sort of around 70k to maybe 73k. It's very much in line with that lower section on my Fibonacci support area, yeah? And because the price, when it started to break down, and I think our warning level was around 90k, 91k, that from up here, this sideways range that the price was moving in between December and March, basically, December and February, the breakdown level that gave us a warning that this would likely happen was, I think, 91k. So it was quite an early warning. You might remember that, my Fibonacci support zone. And then the price moved into an area of low liquidity. So very fast move to the downside, which is not a surprise whenever we enter areas of low liquidity. Now, it depends on whether the bulls can really turn up here. It's not always the case that we move all the way down to the lower end of that range, which ends at around, 70k. Okay, so just wanted to highlight, if we get another low, there is, let's say, the lower boundary of that low liquidity zone is around 70 to 73k. It's obviously not like it's not like a concrete floor there. It's more that volume starts to come in there, and I think 69k is here, this key level there. No, that's actually 65. But based on Fibonacci analysis, it shouldn't even go down that much. Ideally, you see more significant dark green support is coming in around 69k though. So all I want to say is, the light blue or purple color indicates really low liquidity, and then it starts to come in here around 70 to 73k. Obviously, a little more than in the area around 69 to 65k, but that's one of the reasons why we dropped so quickly into this zone, which makes it so important to pay attention to the key levels I mentioned, because I think it was 91k micro support we were watching throughout February. When that broke, I mean, that opened the door to, mid 80k region. It was no surprise, right? It was no surprise that this would then happen. And now, just want to share with you what would happen if we get another low. We could just test this area around 70, 73k, and that is very much in line with, let's say here, my Fibonacci analysis on the daily chart, where there is another section of support, which would not be bearish necessarily short term, yes, but it could simply be an extension of the wave 4, but then I wouldn't really like such a deep pullback, to be honest. It's just that this would be another area where the price could find support should we break below micro support, which we'll talk about on the smaller time frame. But overall, we can make a case that a low is in. You know that, talked about that. I'm now watching this descending trend line here, which could, which offers some resistance here on the daily chart. Any break above it over the coming sessions could indicate that we're on our way to test this area up here around 107K, right? So from this trend line to 107K, possible. Yeah, this would be the next rally target. And then afterwards, if we can get a corrective pullback, hold a higher low, then this could be a jump off point area for another rally towards 133K. I think this would be ideal. At the same time, if the price cannot find support here in white wave B, we are likely in a bear market. We won't be able to confirm it earlier. It will depend on, can we hold this support for wave B. But in the very short term, all of that doesn't matter. In the very short term, on the smaller time frame, the focus is on whether the bulls can actually hold micro support, which has shifted slightly since yesterday. So yeah, let's take a look. So you might recall from videos over the last couple of days that my thesis was that at least a local low is in place. Why? Because we had a 5-wave move up. 5-wave move up indicates upside trend continuation is likely. And then we had this consolidation, which was very shallow. The question is, okay, was this a 1-2, 1-2, or is this all of wave 2? That's impossible to say at this stage, but it doesn't matter so much for calculation of support. I could potentially shift it down a little bit, and then it's like 89,670, but yeah, for me it's more like we have a key support at 90K. And as long as we don't get a sustained and decisive break below it, the price can still climb higher. But it would be a warning. To break below 90K would be a warning. So yesterday I told you that I would like to see higher, either in yellow wave C or white wave 3. And those are the typically best situations if both of these scenarios point to higher. And we've now arrived at the target. And the thing is now, okay, are the bulls strong enough to complete all 5 waves? Because while we were watching for higher on the micro level, this move up, initially 5-wave move, was too small to indicate it's a larger low, okay? For confirmation that really a substantial low has formed, we need all these 5 waves filled in. And I want to see 5 waves to 99,400 plus in the white count. And we could currently be working on wave 4 of 3 potentially. So get one more high, one more higher low. This is needed. Basically, for the white count, we need to hold $90,000. I don't want to see a decisive break below 90K, or it would indicate that the yellow wave 4 has topped and we're down for another low. Yeah, to around 75K, as I showed you on the larger time frame. It's 90K. This would then have to be further confirmed, yes, with a break below the red line at 85,138. But it would be a first indication that we're not forming an impulse, yeah? Any break below 90K. So that does not guarantee a breakdown, but it means that the upside thesis, here the white count, or let's say the bulls are not working on an impulse. And that 5-wave move up is needed to really give us, with a high probability, a confirmation. Confirmation is not guarantee, but high probability confirmation that a substantial low formed on Friday. Until then, this is just, yeah, it's a rally that we're tracking for a potential 5-wave move, while acknowledging we could still get another low in the yellow count. So it always takes that 5-wave move for confirmation, and then the wave 2 pullback needs to hold a higher low. And that would be the next setup for higher prices towards maybe that, what did I show you on the daily chart? That 107, 108K region. Oops, this is also a shorter time frame. Not sure if I closed. Oh, I closed the daily chart. Yeah, anyway, but here it is. Yeah. That could be a setup that will then take us to, hold on, it's just loading, to that 107, 108K level. And that could all happen within the A wave, yeah? So that's how I see Bitcoin at the moment. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. As I said, make sure that you follow us here on the on X, formerly Twitter. There are additional updates, stuff about mindset, and so on. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.